Live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Yeah. I'm full of water. I say hot tub. Hot tub.
Pay attention in there. We got to show
Gonna
you.
make it wet.
Hey, Jeremy, have a good time. Leave us alone. You look Glenn.
Second hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Yeah.
Still in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me wet.
Well, good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's going to be absolutely beautiful day here in paradise. We got a special guest today. And I'm not talking about a regular Thursday day crew. We're talking about, I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, Glenn Eugene Manley. How you doing, Dr. Springfield?
Never
How
heard
you
of
doing?
him.
Hey, do you get his shirt? Get his shirt on TV, please.
All right. I got it. The Springfield.
2024 playoffs, Springfield Yellow Jackets.
All right.
Springfield, Tennessee. My buddy Dustin Wilson. So
The head coach there, been there for a long time.
yeah. So he actually played there.
I like that shirt.
So-
I like that cloth too. Is that a Russell? What is that?
No, that's a Badger.
Badger. Remember Russell? Did you ever get Russell?
There used to be a plant in Marietta.
Montgomery.
In Marietta, there's
Was
a
it
plant
Montgomery?
too.
Alex City.
Alex City, that's
Yeah.
right, Alex City. And that's back in the day, Coach Jordan and Coach Bryant, I think, used them. And then, are they still around? Russell still around?
Yeah, I've seen some stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff at the sporting goods store. I'm not supposed to mention Almega, but it's there.
Yeah, they do
but
have Russell.
They had, they did have a Russell outlet thing in Marietta. Had a little plant there too.
I remember one time, this is way back, we bought Champion uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
They were the best. They lasted the longer. They were incredible. And then they kind of went down. I don't know what the great cloth is now for his football uniforms. Do you know what you think is probably the best?
No,
Yeah.
As long as you don't put Nike on it, because that costs you $50 more.
Yeah. But seriously, I don't know, Jerry, if you ever had using Champion. This is way back.
Yeah.
But the uniforms just lasted longer. They didn't
Jinx, I
fade.
had all our basketball gear was the Champion.
Really good stuff. Wildcat, what's up, Big Daddy? You doing good?
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys talking about fashion and clothing and all them other kind of girly type things.
Hey, we got Doug Lee coming on at 7:15. I'm really excited about that. Mosley baseball. What a program. He got that thing rolling. State championship coach. Looking forward to visiting with him. Also, don't forget, right here on ESPN this weekend, we got the Auburn Tigers. Andy Birch will be on 8:15 today, I hope. And we'll be talking about Auburn. Auburn's struggling right now in basketball. Lost three in a row.
Need to bounce back. Yeah.
3 in a row. At home now. They lost 2 in a row at home.
Talked to some who were at the Vanderbilt game. They said it kind of felt like Alabama beat them again in Vanderbilt uniforms and just kind of hung over from that ball game.
Yeah.
They can happen. Big rival game. Yeah.
And they ain't getting any easier. They got Arkansas.
No.
At Arkansas.
Not Arkansas. Tough place to play.
They're pretty good, so I still think the Gators are the ones to watch. Yeah, Kentucky, Florida, also right here, 104.3 ESPN. That one tips off at 1 o'clock, and of course the Auburn-Arkansas game
On Valentine's Day.
Now, is it Central Time or Eastern Time on this screen I'm reading?
Central.
It says Central on it.
It's always
What's it say about what time? What tip-off time for the Gators?
It said 1:30. That's what I'm asking. Is it?
No, it's 8 o'clock's what I got.
Well,
And that's what
game are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Gators in Kentucky on the 17th.
Well, I'm looking at it right here, and it says it's on
14th.
tip-off is at 1:30.
This is the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday's what I got. It's not going to be on, maybe.
I would think it'd be a night game, too.
Saturday would be the 14th.
A lot of Saturday
I
games
got the
over
wrong
in there.
day.
Well, who did the screen? Did you do that? You
No,
did that?
I didn't do
Then
that.
that would
That's
answer the question.
phone
We got confusion.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time that screen was wrong.
Oh, yeah. And won't be the last. Jerry, what's going on in the church? Everybody, what church we're talking about? What's going on?
Well, we had a great weekend at First United Methodist Church of Panama City. We had our Discovery Weekend for our youth, and of course, youth lock-ins. Those of you who've been part of those, they're full on from the time you have them to the time you send them home. So I think we're all kind of recovering. But
I saw the pictures on Facebook. It's
great
cool.
crowds, and grateful to Michael Spicer, our student minister, for all his hard work and his team of volunteers. Our kids really just across the county. I mean, we've got some really talented kids, but to see them committed in the life of faith there is also very encouraging. encouraging. So,
All right, let me ask you this. Enough about you. Let's talk about Jordan. Talk about the game. Did he win it?
They won it all.
How did
there.
he play? I want to know how he played.
Well, he played fairly well for the championship ball game there. They had split with the team during the season, so it really was kind of a question as to whether they could pull it out. And they got a couple stops there. And, for like football for the little ones, it's kind of like tennis if you can break serve. So they got a couple stops, which opened it up for them. And they went 32 to, I think, 8 was the final. And,
wow.
Yeah, so they finished them off rather quickly. But they won. If you hadn't seen the clip, they were counting down the clock and ran around like they just won the Super Bowl there. I had a blast. But now he's already picked up the bat and glove, so baseball practice tonight. So,
wow.
Have you ever gone to like the 4, 5, and 6-year-olds playing soccer? It's like herding chickens. They follow. Everybody follows the ball,
kick each other in the knees.
It's good. That's right.
Yeah.
So
when Leighton and Lorelei were playing, now Leighton was older, so she was an older team, and the Lorelei team with the beginners. She wouldn't go out there. Leighton would go pick her up, put her out there. Lorelei didn't want to play. Finally she ran around a couple times. She got tired. We look around. Where is she? Look over. She's sitting on the bench. She took herself out. We had to go put her back on the field.
she's just practicing being the pros.
Yeah. First year Jordan was playing t-ball, of course, when they all want to get the ball same way, and so they just all dogpile on each other, tackle each other. So we had one little cute little girl. She was on the ball club there, and she would just sit there on the pitcher's mound, and she'd make little mounds of dirt there the whole time, ball roll by her.
Speaking of
Eat a few mud pies.
Speaking of you, I'm on it. The high today, 75 degrees in beautiful Panama City Beach. I don't think it's going to get to 75.
At least the clouds aren't broken.
Today we have no broken clouds. They're all fixed. Did you fix them last night?
Yeah. Well, I had to get them all off my car first. But
now, we got to watch out for
some
Sunday.
ducks up there with tape.
Sunday, we could possibly have some severe weather.
No, you will have somewhere. I mean, Sunday's setting up to be pretty bad.
Could be bad, real bad here? Or?
It's in the southeast. Just don't know where yet. Yeah.
Well, when it's one day it's 75, next day it's
Well, the safest job in the south is the weatherman. Just say partly, and you got it all right.
That's true.
Mostly, partly.
Now you're Saturday now. Friday, the high 71, low 54, and then on Saturday 67. 54, cloudy. Sunday's when it's going to hit here, and we're going to get a lot of rain. Heavy rain. Heavy rain. We need it.
That's
Heavy
my birthday.
rain. That means the drops.
Your birthday?
Sunday.
Happy
15th.
Glenn just had his. Happy birthday.
That game's at 2 o'clock. Florida and Kentucky, 2 o'clock.
So 1 o'clock Central.
Okay. That confuses the snot out of me. I can never get.
They're both in Central. They're both in Central.
2 o'clock.
We know that. But I'm talking about
I don't know what time it is.
Eastern time, 2 o'clock. Central time,
anybody
1
really know
o'clock.
what
So
time
that
it
was
is?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to turn off your radio, go ahead, because we're confused.
Greenwich Meridian.
That's right. Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time, yeah.
I wanted to ask you a
Because they were texting me at
This
9
Friday.
o'clock last night.
This Friday, they're going to have, I don't know if it's Patronus on it, who's doing it. And I was curious, do you do this at the church? They're going to have the Father's, Daddy-Daughter's dance. Do y'all do anything like that? Is that school related?
School, yeah, we've got one school related here, so yeah.
So it's not a church thing?
No, I'm sure there's some places that have done that, but yeah, we sort of deferred to the schools around here.
We got somebody that texts in that knows. Coach O says 2 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Let's keep it straight.
Thank you very much. I was right there.
Once a referee, always a referee is all I can say.
Well, I concur. Maybe. No, I won't.
Well, you don't even know. You weren't paying attention.
I got, I'm just reading what's on the board.
Looking at the television set there.
Yeah, that's
supposed
professional.
to keep us up to date.
104.3 ESPN says it starts at 1.
Mine said, I'm going to look at it.
Could be the pregame when you go on air.
That's right.
There you go. So, we'll figure it out.
It's like the Super Bowl.
All right, I want to know why you don't agree with me. You and I, great minds think the same. Now, I say, let's take care of our coach. Let's take care of our school. Let's try to make the playoffs. Maybe we'll get the opportunity to play them in the playoffs. You're saying, I want to go watch the game and enjoy it, and you want to take a trip the next year to Columbus, Ohio. You're making it about you and the fans. I'm making it about the coaches and what's best overall. Who's right? Who's wrong?
Well, there's arguments on both sides. if you're wanting to protect the brand, go schedule like Indiana, Delaware State, Directional Tech.
Did they win a national championship?
Yeah.
did they win a national championship?
They did.
Did Texas get in the playoffs last year?
No, they did not.
If they would have played Southern Mississippi week 1, would they have gotten in?
No, Southern Miss would have beaten them. No,
But you see my point.
Oh, I totally get it. The committee it's not looking at the scheduling there for sure. Alabama took the game with Florida State. It didn't hurt them. Yeah. That was a terrible loss.
Especially it's the way it ended up for Florida State.
Right. So,
but we made the SEC championship game.
Well, that's the piece that saved the bacon for Alabama because they technically.
Will it going forward?
I think it could if you come out and you're wearing the red jerseys in Atlanta, you're in the playoffs. And that's what happened to Alabama. Alabama was basically the regular season champion by virtue of all the tiebreakers.
All right, with all the things that have happened, all the people leaving, coming in, he got a new offensive line coach. He's just hired Louisville's tight end coach. You think Bama's going to be year 3? Everything should be going uphill. Year 3, year 4. Coach Bryant said by year 5 you should have done something. That was a long time ago when he said that. But anyway, year 3, what do you think?
Well, I know what happened in year 3 for Saban.
Yeah.
14-0.
National
champion here. So
I don't see it.
I'm not sure I can see it, but after year 2, he's right where Saban was.
But Saban took over a totally different program. It was at the bottom.
I get it. Yeah, and certainly Alabama under Saban was taking care of the games that you expect them to take care of. It's the lapses in the games that you expect Alabama to win that are frustrating.
Right.
You don't lose in Nashville. You don't lay an egg, and that's what's frustrating.
Every year, it's for 8 losses in 2 years.
Yeah, you kind of expected year 2 Alabama to come up a little short because they were still climbing the mountain. That's what the choppiness of this program is. But
you have to win the games you're supposed to win.
You have to win those.
He doesn't,
and he doesn't. That's the problem.
He had a problem on the road, and now he's done well at home. He's got 1 loss at home. That was to Oklahoma.
1 to Oklahoma at home.
Yeah. We got Auburn at home. They're on the way. I'm telling you, I think Auburn's going to be. I say this every year. I can't fathom Auburn have another losing season. I think Auburn's going to be pretty good. He can't lose that one.
No.
LSU game's on the road.
Yeah.
So if you're going to lose one, you definitely want to lose on the road, not at home. Tennessee's on the road.
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
Georgia's at home.
Yeah. And see, he went into Athens last year and won that ball game. And he knew he was going to win. At least I felt like, But
all right, getting back to Ohio State, I don't think we can beat them. Next year, but we don't play them the year after.
Right. We got 2 years. And you don't even know who you're going to have in 2 years.
And neither do they.
Right.
But they seem to have got the better grip on what's happening in college football than he does.
Well, for multiple reasons. One, you're dealing with the Big Ten, which is now really a 3-horse race. Indiana, Michigan, Ohio State. How severe will Michigan fall off? I don't know. You can rebuild rather quickly. If they'd gone through what they've gone through at Michigan in a previous era, it'd be a long way back with sanctions and scholarship reductions and everything else that you would.
But the coaches they had back then would not do what's happened.
Exactly, and Penn State is not a factor. Wisconsin's not a factor. So when you look in that part of the country, if you're wanting to stay relatively close to home, there's 3 choices. Southeast. 100 yards any direction, there's somebody coming at you.
Good point. That's all good. All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we'll talk to Coach Doug Lee, the Mosley All-Star baseball. I think he's one of the best coaches Bay County's had in any sport. The guy's incredible. His brother's a pretty good coach also. Chris Lee's a really good baseball coach. But let's talk about some great people we have. I tell you what, love Pat Pernover at Beefo Brazen. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go see Pat today. I think we're going to have lunch over there today if we can. And I know one thing. I need to go see Russ and Amber. What's going on this Saturday?
Oh, man, they have got, they pulled out all the stops. Everything in there is on sale. Ladies, if you're thinking about something to get your husband, we're always talking about getting the ladies something. They have got a line of watches, and they bought a whole big bunch of them. They are one of a kind. They're different. They're functional. I know everybody says, well, I got a clock on my phone, but these are stylish. So if you want to get that man in your life, something real nice for the this Valentine's Day.
Get that man something.
Go there and get your jewelry cleaned and inspected, repaired. They do it all right there. Where? David Adamson, Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
We had a blast yesterday at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. It was packed out. Go check it out today. They've got a special, too, burgers and wings together. I forgot the price, but it's a good deal, man. Get down to J. Michael's. Everything's outstanding there. Best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's restaurant, and our good friends, Stevenson Air Conditioning. I don't care if it's 75 or 25. You got Stevenson Air Conditioning, you're in good shape. The most honest, hardworking people out there. You talking about local, graduated from Mosley High School. He's incredible. The most honest people out. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Pridgeon. Tommy's out killing something somewhere. Lynn's sitting on for him. And we'll be right back. Doug Lee. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
And you kept wondering, is there something more that New England can do? And here's Josh McDaniels, who has more experience than any other offensive coordinator in NFL history in the Super Bowl. And I kept thinking, I want Drake May to get the ball and get it out of his hands, like right away. Just get it out. I don't care where it's going, get it out.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a light breeze out of the north-northwest, sunshine and 69. Clear skies tonight, colder at 52. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 69. About the same at 68 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds most of the day aside from a very low chance of sprinkles in the evening. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you ready for another historic season at the bank? It's time to lock in your seats for 2026 by placing your deposit now. Next season will be played at Everbank Stadium, but seating capacity is limited due to in-bowl renovations, and spots are going fast. Don't miss out on your chance to see the season's biggest matchups and highlight real moments by placing your deposit at jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. Go Jags!
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Ask for special ESPN Northwest Florida pricing.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Thursday, it's Mosley Day. And we have got a truly legendary baseball coach, athletic director, Doug Lee. What he has accomplished over there is unbelievable. They bring him back out of retirement. He's gonna do some great things. I know about that. And he's got a great coaching staff. Let's bring him on right now, Coach Doug Lee. Coach, how you doing, sir?
Hey, Coach. Good to be with you this morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, love it when you're on here. Your knowledge is incredible. How's your mom and dad doing?
They're doing good. They're doing really good.
And
they just keep plugging away.
I got to ask about your brother. I love that man. How's he doing?
He's doing great. He has to put up with me every day, so he's doing really good.
Are you keeping him straight? You keep him out of trouble?
Well, we both.
I do know.
We sharpen each other's iron. Let's put it that way.
All right, let's get into it. Let's start out the administration. This is our first show about Mosley baseball. this year, 2026 high school baseball season. So I want to start out with a Bay County administrators. And let's talk about Mosley High School's principal and your administration over there. I know they're outstanding. Matter of fact, I know your principal's parents. They're wonderful people, too. I always see them on Sundays at J. Michael's. Talk about your principal and your people over there.
Well, it always starts at the top. I've always said that, but Mr. Bullock's one of the best I've ever worked around. I was fortunate. Mr. Husfeld gave me an opportunity a long time ago, and Mr. Spiva. I worked for some great principals, but I'd put Mr. Bullock up there with Mr. Husfeld and with Mr. Spiva. He's one of the best I've worked for. So just a thrill. He does everything he can for every program on our campus, not just athletics, but any kind of extracurricular. If he can make it happen, he will.
And talk about your booster club. I know you've got a strong booster club. Sue, who are some of those people?
Well, I've been coaching. I got a couple of coaches to play for. My booster club president actually was on one of my first teams at Rutherford. Tony Payne is our booster club president, and he was a left-handed pitcher for me at Rutherford and actually played in the Mets organization. So it's kind of good to have a baseball man in that position to some degree to kind of understand that side of it too. But we've got an outstanding booster club. They've always been great here at Mosley and just do all the things of the background to make this program go, and it's second to none still as we speak. And so just fortunate to have great administration and even in guidance. Christy Page is our assistant principal, just getting kids in the baseball class. I mean, it's just little things like that that people don't realize that are such a huge blessing to be able to have someone to help you get those kind of things done.
And, you mentioned all three of those principals. When I first got here, Bill was the principal, and all three of those guys were incredible principals. You're right about that. And look at the school. You're great. GPAs, the school's outstanding academically, sports-wise. You guys are incredible. State championships and things of that nature. So y'all doing a great job over there. Now, talk about that coaching staff.
Well, I'll tell you, I really love our coach staff. Taylor Stanford has been here for a while and worked for several head coaches. And again, I kind of call him the Bill Graff of our baseball program because he just Coach Graff was just so loyal and committed to Mosley football that it didn't matter who he worked for. He was going to be right there. And so Taylor kind of fits that mold. Daniel Davis is our pitching coach. Of course, pitched here at Mosley and went on to Florida State and California Angels and made it to the big leagues at one time. And Steve Gillespie is a new addition this year that we've really been excited about. He's got a lot of Division I baseball experience as a coach and moved to Panama City as the AD at North Bay Haven and had some availability. We jumped on him and we're just thrilled to have him. And then, obviously, my brother being the JV coach. We do a lot of stuff together at our JV and varsity program. So the five of us are with them pretty much all the time. And so we have a lot of fun in the locker room and out on the field together. And so it's just a joy to have them with me every day.
Chris, what's the numbers? If you keep your JV and varsity together, what numbers do you want?
Well, we have about 39 players, I think, in our program now, 38, something like that. But, those younger ones, we try to keep as many as we can because, you just never know how they're going to develop. And so we try to keep as many of those. I think that junior year is kind of a critical year of whether you're going to make a decision. If you don't feel like they're going to help you as a senior, may make a move. But we try to keep as many as we can that the state allow us.
All right. Talk about the players. Give us some names of the kids.
Well, obviously right now we're waiting on Carter Payne to hopefully return. He had Tommy John last April. He's working really hard to get back, and we're hoping to have him back before the season is over. As you go forward, Ryan Harless is our Louisville commit. He's our go-to guy, obviously, on the mound, left-handed pitcher, and he pitched a jam on Tuesday night here at our home opener. We went in with 70 pitch count, and he was right on 70 pitches and gave us 5 2/3 innings. Excuse me. and just I think he had 4 1-2-3 innings out of 21 batters he faced. I think 17 first pitch strikes. He just, and what a D1 commit would look like is exactly how he looked on Tuesday night. It was outstanding. Brady Lee has been, if you include the preseason classes, which, he'd be disappointed. Them stats ain't going to count. But but he's about 7 for 10 right now and with a home run and about 4 doubles. The disappointing thing is we went to the doctor Monday, he may have a right labrum tear, which is really maybe really a setback for us a little bit, but we're waiting on an MRI to confirm that and all that, and then he'll have to make some decisions on what we do going forward. So that was going to be huge in our pitching staff too. But when one guy goes down, another guy gets an opportunity, and we feel good. But Hunter Bowles is another guy, right-hander. He'll get the start tomorrow night here against Mariana. But that 2027 class, we got Braden Nelson, C.J. Harris, Derek Ortiz, a sophomore. He'll have a chance to, once he gets out of basketball, probably be our starting shortstop. Parker Rose, a sophomore that we may move over to third when that happens. We got a freshman, Brantley Davison, we're high on. We just got I really feel good about this team. And Jacob Oakes, Xavier Demrow, they're 2 catchers, and again, one of them's catching, the other's probably going to DH. Peyton Williams, a returning senior in center field, and was injured at the end of the year, but he's fully healthy, and looking for him to have a great breakout year, hopefully, for us this year.
Hey, Doug, Jeremy, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Good morning.
I was looking at your schedule, and, with just a couple of exceptions, you're pretty much playing singles with everybody, which I think is kind of pretty wise, get a lot of looks, and given the limits on games of the FHSAA. So are you kind of doing like this year, playing those folks at your place or their place, and then next year flipping it, or just kind of walk us through how you put all that together?
Well, and that's kind of typically what we did, or our thinking is anyway. Sometimes it just depends on how things work out. There's a couple teams we tried to find dates, we couldn't find a date, and it just didn't work out. But no, typically we like playing a lot of different people for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Doug, is this Coach Manley? I should call you Steve, but I won't. So.
That's okay. I remember I've been called everything in the book.
Well, I know, but you know why I call you Steve, and so.
Oh yeah, I do.
So, but anyway, so you guys are going. So, how? What kind of? Did they give you a batting cage or kind of a closed-in thing, a new one, or you've had to kind of go through and fix your field like normal?
Well, we've made some strides with our facility, but we do have a covered batting cage. Our boosters did a lot of the. We had some help also on the district end, just like everybody else. But our boosters did a lot of stuff to it too, and so we've made some strides there. And but we, each year we try to do something different to help, make the facility better. And a lot of it does come from the boosters. That's just the nature of the business. But we're just grateful for any help we've gotten over here with our facility, and we thoroughly appreciative and grateful for it.
Yeah, I know. Just when you fix something up, though, they're going to put their sticker on it. You got to be careful, because we remember one year how we raised the funds to get all those new lights up, and they just came along and put their sticker on it. And I'm like, well, we got dollars. But you guys are doing good. How does it feel to be back and also, putting out fires every day as an AD?
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's a humongous balance. If I didn't have it, my secretary, I'm fortunate to have an athletic secretary in Tanis Knight. She does a tremendous amount of work for me, and if I didn't have her, I probably could not coach. And you try to do both jobs the right way, and I have to admit, one of them you have to give a little bit on either one of them, depending on which day it is, and what's going on. But I'm fortunate to be able to do both right now, and you don't sleep a lot. I know you can relate to that,
Absolutely.
Coach. But I've enjoyed it. I the thing I really love the most, honestly, is just practice. I just love being on the diamond at practice, just teaching and coaching, and then the games really is about the players.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then when you coach, you just turn your phone off so nobody can call you.
Well, I try to do that, but unfortunately, they somehow still find you.
Doug, I hate it. Our time is run up. We got to take a break. We get back. We got Glenn Manley, FSU. Hey, Doug, we will talk to you next Thursday, every Thursday from then on. And real quick, though, spring break, are you going out of town, or you guys going to play around here?
No, we're going to play here. Prospect U, that organization, they have brought teams down, and so just to be able to play here on our beach at our facility here it's just, to me, it can't get any better than that. So we're staying in town again this spring break.
Yeah, I'd heard that, and I just wanted to I was just checking on that. All right, man, we'll talk to you next Thursday. Thank you so much, Coach. The legend, Doug Lee.
Yes, sir.
All right, man, I tell you what, we're pumped up about this Mexican Pepper Grill. Pepper's Mexican Grill. I'll get it right in a minute. Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Parkway. We're going to be there. Come on and say hello to us. We're going to be there about 5:30 today. Bill Solomon, his beautiful wife, Sue, and Julie and I, and we're going to have a good time down there.
Which one are you going to be at?
We're going to be in one in Panama City Beach. Now, everybody knows one in town, but we finally got one on Panama City Beach. It's incredible. Every Monday's Military Day, 10% off discount. Buy one, get one free. Their house margaritas are incredible. Draft beer. They got a 33-inch draft beer. Go check it out. You'll love it. It's where the TGI Fridays used to be. They went and remodeled it. It's absolutely beautiful in there. Food's incredible. Great place to have birthdays. Pepper's Mexican Grill. And don't forget, it didn't look right, feel right. I went and saw Dr. Ward. He cut it out. The guy does an incredible job.
He didn't get enough.
Thank you, Glenn. Listen to him every Monday right here. No, every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And you can listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turpo Pest Control. You want that yard to look beautiful? It's Mosley. His daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley. You can't get more local than that. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. Manly's FSU update. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day in Southport, Florida, baby.
Tell us all about it.
Not only was yesterday my birthday, it was also the anniversary of my dad's passing. And I told my dad on his deathbed that the Seahawks were going to win the Super Bowl on my birthday.
My man.
And that was 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. Thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorrento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia, Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy. I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending.
Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
FSU updates brought by Newbies. We got 4 wonderful locations. Newbie 2 on the Curve. Go watch all the sporting events, all the basketball games this weekend. College baseball is getting cranked up also. And then head on down to the mothership. It's a Friday night, Saturday night. It doesn't matter. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment in the Southeast every single weekend for your pleasure. So please go down and support them. Her and John always give back to the community. Let's make sure we support them. And wherever the 4 newbies you go to, make sure you tell them Coach told you to come. All right, Ben, what do you got for us today on FSU?
Well, first I want to make one quick announcement here for if you like a wrestling, not the ones where you got the top rope and the ski mask and all that, but if you like high school wrestling and things, tonight at North Bay Haven at 7 p.m., there will be a dual match between Weewa and North Bay Haven, senior night there. And if you're a student and you wear black, you can get in free. And so there will be a lot of state-ranked wrestlers on both schools, and it will be girls and boys. So get out there at North Bay Haven if you enjoy wrestling, see some great things going on. And in Forest Park Methodist Church is having a golf tournament at Nature Walk on the 21st, 8:15 registration, 9 o'clock shotgun start. 2-man teams, $59 a person. So be sure and check in with the clubhouse and find out to register. First 40 teams. Now, FSU, if you like softball, go ahead today, right there at noon, and turn it on ESPNU. There will be the number 6 FSU softball team against number 1 Texas Tech. So that starts at the Clearwater Shriners Invitational Tournament. And then on Friday, they will play FAU. And then Saturday, they play number 10 UCLA. And then Sunday, number 4, Tennessee. So they have a big weekend coming up. We'll see how they do. And they have a lot of freshmen starting. And so we'll see what goes on with that. And so congratulations to them. And they have outscored their opponents 44-7 in the first 6 games. So they are ranked number 6. And Jazzy Frazick is 2-0 with a one-hitter, a no-hitter, and a 3-hitter. So she was ACC Pitcher of the Week. And basketball, men's basketball, they lost Tuesday night. They were ahead most of the game, and they got behind the last minute and 12 seconds to Virginia, lost 61-58. They're now 11-13 and 4-7 in ACC. Virginia's 21-3 and 10-2, and Virginia's not leading. Virginia's in 4th place. FSU's actually like on 10th. They're not at the bottom, if you can believe that. So, and then they will play Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. Just in case you wanted to know that, Central at Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech is 17-8 and 6-6 in ACC. And baseball starts their opening weekend. They will start that on Friday at 5 p.m. They will play James Madison, play Saturday at 1 and Sunday at 12. So big weekend starting out there. The men's and women's tennis team and the swim team and the track team are all in the tournament playoffs now. So get ready to watch all that. And in Tallahassee, 2 products from Tallahassee signed, or they actually are preferred walk-ons. One's a linebacker, Trent Rogers from Godby, had 71 tackles, 7 tackles for loss his senior year. And the other one is Keenan June. He is from FSU's school there, and he had 46 receptions, 759 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He's also from the same school that Micah, I can't even say it now. Micah Danzy, the speedster, he went to FSU. And then the Mandrell twins, Daryl and Desire they are changed to their high school uniform numbers. Number 1 for Mandrell, and Darrell is number 3. So they have changed for that, and then they got a new deal with that. The lacrosse team is all the way out in California. They'll play California Friday, and then they'll go to UC Davis on Sunday, and then they'll head back. So they're going on for a long, long trip. So, and this is the first year they've had lacrosse, so congratulations to them. And one more thing, the FSU softball team, they have 8 freshmen. They're one of the 2 teams in the United States that did not pick up any transfers. They have 8 freshmen. 5 of them are the Gatorade Player of the Year in their state. 3 of them are starting in varsity positions, and so that's where they are, and they've developed. And, they've won a lot of the ACC championships, and so they were picked to be number 1 this year in the ACC. So that's going on this weekend. So if you like softball, everything, and speaking of being on the hot seat, he's decided to call the plays, Norvell, so we'll find out one way or the other.
CBS number 1 hot seat coach going into 2026 is Florida State's head football coach. That's not a good seat to be on.
No.
But they owe him $50 million.
Unless you're in the Dr. Pepper commercial.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you guys about this. I didn't realize it until last night, but Burt Reynolds, a legend, the legendary Burt Reynolds, 90 years old. His birthday was Wednesday. He would have been 90 years old. He was an all-state running back at Palm Beach High School in the great state of Florida. Everybody knows he went to FSU. Who was his famous roommate, Glenn?
Lee Corso.
Yes, it was. He had a really bad knee injury his freshman year back in 1954 and really was never the same. We all know he became a big movie star, but do you people remember he was on Coach Bowden's playback shows quite a bit? Did he not buy uniforms for him all the time?
Well, he did. He built a athletic hall for football players.
Named after
and it was right down from the stadium. So then they said you don't have to. They can't live in the dorms anymore.
They took away which I don't understand.
And then they said you got to keep better care, close rein in on them. I'm like, well. You had them right there. And they could walk to practice and not have to drive, so they had to make the tickets from the FSU police.
What did you think about that when they changed it? You had Bryant Hall. I know what got it going, all those problems they had at Oklahoma, the shootings, and you read that book and see what had happened in Oklahoma in their dorm. Was nuts. So I think that was one of the reasons they wanted to get rid of that. And some of the other schools couldn't afford to have a nice Burt Hall dorm, so they used it in recruiting. Come look where you're going to look at Bryant Hall. They got rid of that.
You got lawyers involved. You got lawyers involved who said other students don't have that.
Right.
So you cannot do that.
It's kind of the first of impermissible benefit type things.
Right.
Now other students don't get paid money to play football now.
Well, there are no rules now.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake. When we had a dorm, they became our roommates are like my. I'm close to those guys. When we lost one, we lost Mike Cook. He died. Mike McKenzie's still alive. Blaine's still alive. We were 4 of us that were together all those years in 2 different rooms, suite mates, and that relationship you build there, the chemistry of the team, all that stuff happened because you all lived together. You had your own place to eat, and these guys never experienced that anymore. And how can you have bed check during the season? You call the department, you have coaches drive around. Back then, they would come check your room. If it was not clean, beds made, everything put up neatly, they'd punish you. You had to run. So you were learning discipline. You had study hall, you had bed check. Now, during the off season, you didn't have bed check, but during the season, all those things kind of went away, I guess. I don't know how in the world you could.
Yeah, because you used to have a dorm dad or dorm. So they would actually live in the dorm.
Yeah. What was your favorite Burt Reynolds movie? I like Smokey and the Bandit, but I tell you what, one of my best, Deliverance. I liked that movie. What was y'all's best? Give me 2.
Well, I like.
He made 1 million of them.
I actually, Smoking the Bandit, you can't do that, but it's just TV show, Evening Shade. I like that when he's a football coach.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
who are you 2?
I'd have to go with Smoking the Bandit. I mean, that's the one that you just that's.
You didn't like Deliverance? I saw a lot of Wildcats family in that movie. Did you not see who played the banjo? Can you not see that? Did he? How much you get paid for that part?
They paid me in pork.
Pork and chicken.
I got a lifetime supply of pork. What was that movie? And it's right on the tip of my tongue where he played. He was in prison and he played on the football team.
The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
That's another one.
That was a good one.
That was a real
good one.
He was just, man, there's something about him. Everybody liked him. I don't care if you were.
He had a personality.
Yeah, good-looking guy. When he was on Johnny Carson show.
He wasn't vain like the rest of those Hollywood actors.
Remember Johnny Carson show? He'd get the shaving cream or whatever it was and spray on Johnny, then Johnny sprayed it down his pants. I mean, he was such a good person.
Well, Lee and them, they called him Buddy because that was his nickname.
And they stay really close.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, I just remember the Coach Bowden shows, and he would be on there. Was he on there every week? I can't remember.
No, I don't know if it was every week. I just know he was there quite a bit.
Yeah. I know he bought uniforms and all kinds of stuff.
I'm sure he rode the plane wherever they went to. So.
Yeah. He loved Florida State, no doubt about that. All right, let's talk about something else we all love. That's the legendary Jason Kowaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? I tell you what, Jason will be here tomorrow, and he's going to bring some special guests. You're going to like the show tomorrow. I think his special guest is going to show up about 8:30. But Jason Kowaleski, 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Everybody's worried about getting sick. One day the weather's 75, next day it's freezing. I guarantee you, go get some Immune, go get some zinc. I guarantee you you'll feel better. If you do get sick, you'll get better quicker. I guarantee you that. Also, I want to thank John and Charlotte for the FSU update. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning. One of the few things you can buy that actually pays for itself. He graduated from Mosey High School. He starts his own business, and that thing has exploded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. You see that truck everywhere. All my friends in Bay Point, they all use Stevenson Air Conditioning, and so should you. And another local legend, Steve Bertashaw, the swim coach at Mosley. Steve's Bike Shop's been in business since 1976. They know what they're doing. They're located right across the street from Sam's. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. They got new, they got used. They deal with you. Go, don't make a mistake. You get a bike, get a real one. Go to Steve's Bike Shop. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it.
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida Gators, the Auburn Tigers, and the biggest games around the country play here.
Three-pointer. Puts it in. Oh, you saw that coming, Ram.
The most live college basketball in the Panhandle.
Game is over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida and the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a light breeze out of the north-northwest, sunshine and 69. Clear skies tonight, colder at 52. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 69. About the same at 68 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds most of the day aside from a very low chance of sprinkles in the evening. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
If aliens showed up tomorrow and said, take us to your leader, you bring them to the Coach James Hale Show.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. They've already come out Saturdays Down South, and I got a lot of respect for Saturdays Down South. I like their articles. I like the people that work there. They know what they're talking about. I want you guys' opinion on this. They have 3 schools that are most likely to go undefeated. I don't think you're going to see anybody in the SEC go undefeated. Georgia's going to be outstanding. They got 17 starters back. They might have a shot, but I think the schedule's just too difficult. And here are the 3 teams they think they can do it. Texas Tech gives them a 34% chance to go undefeated. And to be honest with you, I look at their schedules, they really don't play anybody. In my opinion, they don't play anybody. BYU, I think, is overrated compared to some of the top-ranked teams in the country. Notre Dame, I do think they have a shot at going undefeated. They got one game that you really got to worry about, and that's Miami. The game will be played at Notre Dame, so they do have a shot. 31% by the experts. And then Indiana. I don't believe Indiana will go undefeated. They got to play, I believe, at Ohio State. They're also at USC. They're at Michigan. I think this year's schedule is really difficult compared to last year's. I don't see them going undefeated. But you know what? You can't take anything away from them. Jeremy, what do you think? Out of those 3 schools, which one has, in your opinion, has better? And there might be another school you think about might have a chance to go undefeated.
I think Texas Tech's probably sitting best there.
What about Notre Dame? Only got Miami now.
Yeah, Notre Dame still seems to find a way to do something inexplicable during the course of the year. Now, it looks like the easiest Notre Dame schedule that
I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. But, if you're Big 12, if you're Notre Dame, you've got a better shot. I mean, looking at Georgia's schedule there, no, they'll drop something somewhere.
All right, Miami's going to be good. Mm-hmm. They got to replace the quarterback. What about Miami? Can they go undefeated? They got to play Clemson. They got to play Florida State.
They still do the same thing. He's going to find out a way to lose one.
He's going to,
Louisville beat them
right
at home at Miami.
And if I'm in the Atlantic Coast Conference, there's no way I'm showing up to play on a Friday night. I mean, that has been the kiss of death for so many of their programs. You're going in, we got Friday night,
And I don't think Ohio State's going to get. They got one of the toughest schedules they've had in a long time. I don't think they have a shot to go undefeated. Glenn, out of those 3 teams, which one do you think has the best shot to go undefeated? Texas Tech, Notre Dame, or Indiana?
Gosh, I think Notre Dame and Texas Tech probably could be tied on that because the Big 12, they could run the table on the Big 12, and then
they lost to Arizona State, I believe, last year.
But and then see, like BYU lost to Texas Tech twice. That's the only 2 losses they had.
Yeah.
And so, I don't really know. It's going to be harder now to, in the SEC especially, they're going to 9 games. Notre Dame somehow, and didn't they already promise them they would be in or something?
Yeah, they're right in the top 12. They're in, right? Regardless.
They gave
Why do we bend the rules for them? They're not in a conference.
I know it. Which is really funny. They said they were going to pull all their other teams out of the ACC, and they all went, "Go ahead. We don't. I mean, it's not hurting us.
Yeah.
You're the ones that got to search for games." And they should have made them join the ACC when the COVID year when they didn't have any games. So I think that's what they.
I kind of think it's going to be. I kind of do think it's going to be Notre Dame. If they beat Miami, I don't think, but they're better than everybody else they play.
Well, they are going to be in the playoff. I mean, let's just name that reality right now. Yeah. They're not falling below 12.
Got a shot to be in the playoff.
They're not falling below 12.
Yeah, that's true.
Too many TV eyes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Why do we have to have that TV show to show us what the rankings are? I don't care what Joey Galloway has to say about it.
Exactly. We shouldn't hear from them until the last game's played.
They got to fill airtime.
Well,
they do. That's the reason.
Put another Tuesday night MAC game on there.
You know good and well, everybody, people watch it, and we talk about it. We complain about it.
Well, let like Joe Lunardi doing his bracketology. Let those people get out there, but don't let the committee get out there.
Right.
They just you asked the question yesterday. Do you trust the committee?
There you go.
After 4 to 5 weeks of listening to them, the answer's a hard no.
Check those bank accounts, man.
Yeah.
But the thing too is, I was waiting for Booger McFarland just punch Joey Galloway right in the nose. I wish he'd do it on the air.
Well, we had another thing happen. We talked about this earlier. The L.A. Bowl is gone. Now another one bites the dust. This bowl has been in existence, I guess, for 29 years. Now it's gone. It started in 19... And I can't even read my writing. Anyway, it started in 1997. It used to be the Motor City Bowl in Detroit. Then it changed to the Little Caesar Bowl, Quick Lane Bowl, Ford Field in Detroit, a big, beautiful indoor facility in not so much of a beautiful city. It holds 65,000 NFL Stadium. They had the last 5 games played there, last 5 bowl games, they did not break 29,000 people coming.
Yep.
So that game is buried, gone.
You know, when I'm thinking of December destinations, Detroit's always top of my list.
The water's really good. The water, you really want to go and you want to lose some weight, go drink the water there.
It's worse than Montezuma's Revenge.
I think you're going to see more and more of this happening with the bowls.
Well, because of the emphasis on the 12, the 12 teams. 12 teams.
Well, and then the kids don't want to play in the bowl games, which I think they got to be under contract, and that's going to be under their NIL deal. Should be the same way. You play in every game, or you don't get your NIL money.
I remember hearing Reese Davis, speak about this. He said it needs to turn into, something where the bowls are actually paying the kids who do show up to play, and that may shift it a little bit, but you still got to have the money to come in to pay the kids.
Well, the other thing we said, that, we've talked about this before. Okay, we played this. You paid me for the season. Now, what about the playoffs? You're going to pay me each game for the playoffs?
Right.
It's coming. It's coming. Everything. They got more control than the coach. I hate that. The lessons they learn, the self-discipline, those things are out the door. Loyalty's out the door.
Well, they teach them if it's not going well one place, you can just leave and
just go, baby. Yeah, heck with these people. It's like your marriage gets tough. Just leave. Just leave them. You got kids? Just leave them. You don't have to deal with that. All right, let's go. Clemson. Speaking of money, Clemson Athletic Department profits dropped about $11 million. $11 million. I know you probably have something on Alabama's budget. Okay, so I won't mention that. But to lose $11 million is not a good thing. Other departments are in big-time trouble. FSU lost that money, but Ohio State had lost money a year before. Something they did with the stadium, kind of similar to, I think, what they did at FSU. This year, the year after, their profits were through the roof, and they were okay. I don't know if that's going to be the case with Florida State going forward when you're not winning ball games.
Charlie Woods is committed to FSU for the 2027 class. The good thing about that is his dad's worth $1.3 billion. So that could be would help. That would help a little bit, yeah. So, but anyway, we'll see what goes on with that.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Turpo Pest Control. You want the yard to look absolutely beautiful? Yeah, we all do. You got bugs in the house. You got bugs eating up your yard. They won't anymore. You call a local guy. Who is that? That's Patrick Garner. Call Patrick. His daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley. His son going to Mosley. Great family. Family owned. Locals taking care of locals. That's Panama, Florida. That's what that is what Turpo Pest Control is. Give them a call. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And Jeremy, one of your favorite families, you know them well. They're in church every Sunday. The Vandergrift family. This is going to be their 50th anniversary. 50 years married. Roofing, general contracting. Kyle does an incredible job. Not only do they do roofs, they can do anything. I don't care what you want built. They can do it. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. We got Alabama, Jeremy Pridgett. Then we got, hopefully, Andy Burcham, the Auburn Tigers. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a light breeze out of the north-northwest, sunshine and 69. Clear skies tonight, colder at 52. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 69. About the same at 68 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds most of the day aside from a very low chance of sprinkles in the evening. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Haven, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
From the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle, Florida. That's what you get when you go with Jason. You go Stevenson Air Conditioning, the best at what they do. Not only that, they don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. The most honest, hardworking guy out there. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't go national. Go local. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jeremy, the mighty Crimson Tide.
All right, you mentioned, and I'll go ahead and move this up here just because you teased it a little bit with the revenues. So Alabama athletic budget had nearly a $33 million surplus for 24-25.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and budget surplus was a result of several things. The department saved money by not having to hire a new football coach as it did in 23-24. But of note, I think this is interesting. $49 million in ticket sales.
Wow.
$49 million.
Wow.
And that's $42.7 million from football.
That's crazy.
That's the cash cow there. So then $66.7 million in contributions. Greg Byrne told me to thank you for that support.
That's Paul Bryan Jr.
Yeah, that is exactly
the Drummonds. That I mean,
$53 million for football
profit.
And then only 2.4 of that was for women's athletics.
Wow.
And 1.4 of that 2.4 was exclusively for women's golf.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. $57.9 million in media rights from contracts from the SEC, NCAA. Postseason revenue was $13.1 million. And then the department got $17.2 in advertising and licensing. $18 million on, quote, student aid, so that's scholarships and such. Salaries, benefits, bonuses for the coaches, $43 million. Support staff administration salaries, $44 million. No severance, no buyouts. This is also interesting. Team travel. $9.4 million to move them around for all the ball games here. And $6.1 million on recruiting. Game day personnel.
How much on recruiting?
6.1. On recruiting,
that's
travel, and expenses.
That's probably down.
And then game day expenses, which, you got to pay your official, security, emergency, stadium workers. Game day expenses, $10.2 million.
Good Lord.
Yeah. That's a little different. A couple ticket takers up there.
Yeah. They had hired Glenn to do that. Yeah.
$3.8 million in medical expenses. I mean, you just start to look
go back. How much in medical expenses?
$3.8 million.
Okay.
Which included premiums. 1.7 for football.
Wow.
Yeah. And all this is for 669 participating athletes.
I can't go. Let's go back to coaches' salaries. And that's all coaches. $43 million.
And that's and
how many coaches were it?
Well, it's all of them here. I mean, with all the different sports here. So
I wonder what the total number
and support
was.
Staff and administration, $44 million. So you've got $87 million
to pay people to work in the athletic department.
Yeah. I mean,
is that what you were paying them at Bay?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was 87 something, but
and then sort of sum total. Football had total operating expenses of $82.8 million.
And they still come out with a profit. If you're making if you have a business, you make $33 million profit a year, you're doing pretty good.
Pretty good. And you can see the importance of winning. Men's basketball, $15.2 million. No other sport had more than 5.4.
Yeah. Hey, which sports made money, made a profit? Was Alabama football and basketball?
Football and basketball.
What about baseball or softball?
I don't think they.
Softball's starting. Man, Starfall's coming on.
Yeah.
They've been there a while, though. They've been pretty good for a while. So.
TV, and people watch it. I love softball.
But, if you want to just kind of see under the hood of what the business looks like. And now you can see why, when we start talking about these ball games, you're talking about Ohio State, Alabama. That's an even money game. We don't get any benefit from going to Columbus. It's worth $1.5 million to Alabama to bring East Carolina in, give them a $1.5 million check, and still recoup tremendous amounts of money on just ticket sales. Now, the fans don't like it, but East Carolina will go, here's a $1.5 million windfall for our athletic department.
Hey, Southern Mississippi, we need it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's just built
into
the
when Ohio State comes in, they don't get anything.
No, I mean, there'll be like
travel.
They'll pay each other's travel expenses in the year and, those
which
things.
Is pocket change.
But if you look at those contracts for these non-conference games, I mean, media rights go to the home conference. The officials are selected by the schools, and it's pretty much an even swap on a home and home. And
Jeremy, as bad as it looked for Ohio State, Florida State, the money that looks so bad right now, it's not as bad as we think, because Ohio State, it showed the same thing. They had lost money, but the next year, when they didn't have the expense of this, whatever they did to the stadium or whatever it was they did, was a lot better. So I think when we do Florida State the next time, I think
but
better.
Florida State did come out ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They did not like that, but they did.
Right.
They did make profits. So.
Yeah. So that's a kind of a look under the hood as to what the athletic department at Alabama would look like there, and it's
winning, baby. Winning cures it all.
Huge business. Now, a little bit on the sports here since we covered that. Alabama is sitting in a 5-way tie for fourth in the SEC basketball standings right now after their win last night at Ole Miss. So
we got about 7 conference games left.
We're at the midway, a little over the midway point here. I think 7 left. Alabama's 7-4, so that gives them 7 left. But Tennessee, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and A&M all knotted up at 7-4. Florida, Kentucky, Arkansas ahead of them. Of course, Florida, Kentucky, one of them will take a loss on Saturday. Game time to be determined.
That's not funny, Jeremy. That's not funny.
Wildcats screwed it up. I found out what happened now.
Not funny.
All right, moving on. The Alabama men's baseball team takes the field for the first time this weekend. They're going to play Washington State in a 3-game series. And a little sign of hope here. Alabama's ladies softball team came out of the gate smoking in Atlanta this past weekend. 17-0 over Villanova, 9-1 over East Carolina, 9-0 over Georgia Tech, 9-3 over Villanova, 7-2 over Georgia Tech. But what was fascinating about this, they just pounded the long ball. They were hitting them out of the yard. So there may be some pretty good sticks on this Alabama softball team. So they went 5-0 in Atlanta. They're going to return to Tuscaloosa this weekend. Purdue, Liberty, and Georgia Southern come in. So Alabama's not going down to Clearwater to play in that big tournament like they have that Florida State's going down to. But keep an eye on them. Of course, big game coming up. Non-conference wise, Alabama will play in Tallahassee next weekend.
Dang.
So they're coming down. Elon, Florida State, and Alabama will be playing there. Dartmouth coming down.
That's softball we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to see Alabama ladies next weekend, they'll be in Tallahassee. Women's basketball, after coming out of the gate strong, they've kind of come back to earth a little bit, 6-5 in the conference, which we thought, but they're showing flashes. But when you've got LSU and South Carolina that you have to play, it can be pretty humbling rather quickly here. But they're doing well. All in all. It's kind of that time of year where the winter sports are moving toward their stretch run and the spring sports are starting up, and kind of fun to see, all this coming together. So that's really kind of a rundown of where things are. Alabama got out of the gate a little slow in Oxford there, but cruised to victory last night.
Did you watch it? I watched some of it.
I was kind of following on Game Tracker there, but they put them away, pulled away double-digit win. Pretty easy there over Ole Miss team that's struggling a little bit.
Are you going to go to Alabama spring football game?
I doubt it. I've never been a big spring football person. How about you? You thinking about it?
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm just, it's practice.
I didn't even go to a game last year. I didn't go to one Alabama game. I
didn't go to one on campus, this past year, but part of that too is the SEC with the ABC has moved so much of it to night games now.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Those 2:30 games were prime time, and I hate we don't see that a whole lot. But Alabama, Tennessee was under the lights this year in Knoxville, and
what do you think?
Alabama, Auburn, the night game.
Baseball's so strong in the SEC. Auburn's got a really good team. What do you think of Alabama's baseball team? It's time for something to make a move.
But my gosh, is the SEC not loaded? Now, the schedule's favorable for Alabama this year as far as baseball goes. They'll get into the field of 64, but it's time for Alabama to host a regional.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting there right on the cusp and always get sent as the 2 or 3 somewhere to have to play and bow out. But as much money and emphasis has been put on baseball, you would think we would be able to get the caliber players, but it's just been an underperforming program for a while.
I was just thinking about something. The SEC football championship game, they talk about maybe one day it'll go away. And then we talked about Hoover, how big that is up there, everybody going playing. And I think every team was there last year, all 16 teams. That was a big deal. Mm-hmm. Remember, we were even talking about, is that worth even doing that because they're getting ready for the playoffs? It's kind of weird how everything is. It's all about the money, though.
Well, the novelty of seeing everybody together is what's cool. If it's the SEC basketball tournament, which a lot of folks are getting ready to go to. Where's that,
Nashville?
I think it's Nashville this year. Yeah. But to have all the schools together is unusual, and that's what makes the SEC tournaments.
We ought to go up to Nashville and watch that basketball thing.
That would be fun. But, you look at the SEC baseball, and Baseball America's top 25. Number 2, LSU. Number 3, Mississippi State. Number 5, Auburn. Number 6, Georgia. Number 8, Texas. Number 10, Arkansas. Tennessee. Number 13.
Where's Auburn?
5. Ole Miss, 16. Vanderbilt, 17. Oklahoma, 19. Florida, 22. That... Crazy. That's a gauntlet. Mm-hmm. That's what you're competing against, and they're all good. Yeah. So, but Alabama ought to be cracking that top 25. But we just seem to be on the outside looking in each year.
Yep. All right. Thank you for the Alabama update. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. Anytime for you, anytime, day or night. Make sure you go local. Make sure it's Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. Don't forget the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Also, I love Russ. I love Amber. And what do we got going on this Saturday?
Everything in the house.
Then what are you buying me for Valentine's?
Yeah,
same thing I bought you last year.
Belly button ring again?
It was worse than that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go take your jewelry down there. Have a free jewelry cleaning and inspection. Believe me, an inspection of your wife's diamond wedding ring, engagement ring is a good idea. They caught one of my wife's diamonds very loose in the facet, and they're fixing it right now, even as I speak. Good idea to go down there and have a free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning. Look at all the new stuff they've got for Valentine's Day. They're going to work with you on the prices. We're talking about David Adamson, designer jewelry. 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
We get back to the legendary Andy Burcham, War Eagle, baby, right here live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I'll be right back.
She's all you ever wanted.
So this Valentine's, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is giving you more of what your heart desires. College basketball.
At the buzzer!
First, it's Florida versus Kentucky. Tip-off at 1:30. Followed by Auburn at Arkansas at 7. On your home for college basketball. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a light breeze out of the north-northwest, sunshine and 69. Clear skies tonight, colder at 52. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 69. About the same at 68 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds most of the day aside from a very low chance of sprinkles in the evening. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio. The Sports Talk must. ESPN Northwest Florida. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michael Studio, it's the Auburn Update and the Coach James Hale Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle! Hey! I bet Craig and Elizabeth and Steve, they probably upset that drive up to Auburn and back. They go to all the home basketball games.
Yeah, I saw them last night. They were a little low. Yeah.
I keep asking them, they want me to go help them. They say, no, we got him. All right, let's bring on the legend himself. Andy, how you doing this morning?
Guys, I'm doing very well. It's a beautiful day on the plains, getting ready for a road trip to Arkansas for basketball and the start of baseball season on the plains on Friday.
Yes, sir. I love that baseball. All right, let's get into it. I want you to talk about this young man. Well, he's not young anymore, but he's a legend, Sonny Smith. Talk about him. You know him well. Didn't they honor him at the last basketball game?
Well, it was alumni week, alumni game, and they had players from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and on up.
Wow!
And the only coach that I saw that was there was the legendary Sonny Smith, who's in 8 or 9 different halls of fame from the state of Alabama, state of Tennessee, his college. I mean, he's obviously beloved on campus, and Sonny was there, and that was a treat to get to see Sonny. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, But it was great to see Sonny there with a lot of his former players that were back in town for the game on Tuesday night against Vanderbilt. So it was great to see Sonny, and obviously what he has done for this campus, for this community. And obviously we got to work with Sonny for many years before he stepped down from the broadcast booth, and a tremendous basketball coach, and led Auburn to some of its best days, and also one of the most genuinely funny men that I've ever been around in my life, and just naturally a funny man and entertaining. He told me one time that when he was growing up, he wanted to be an entertainer, and I can see that because he is entertaining. He was also a really good basketball player growing up and into college, and then got into the coaching game and was a Hall of Fame coach as well. So great to see Sonny, and but it was great to have him back on campus.
It just seemed like when you guys were together, y'all had great chemistry. It seemed like y'all were really close. Y'all got along well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and thankful to Sonny, because I was taking over for Rod back in 2019 after Rod and Paula passed away. And, Sonny didn't have to welcome me to the broadcast, but he certainly did. And the thing that you learned, and I'm sure Rod learned this as well, is when you're doing a game with Sonny, you're the straight man. You're the old butt of Abbott and Costello. Although physically he was more of the tall man, I was the straight man. Yeah. In this, and you played off Sonny, and the thing I think a lot of folks remembered his humor on it. He also knew basketball. Here's the greatest example that I can give you of his insight to basketball. When Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler played at Auburn for that 1 year, and Auburn won an SEC championship. Late in that year, Auburn clinched a share of the conference championship in an overtime win at Mississippi State, and through that game, KD Johnson he just didn't have a very good night. He just wasn't very good. And that can happen with KD. He can be wildly successful or really bad on nights. And through regulation, he just wasn't very good. And coming out of the break, going from regulation to overtime, Sonny on the air said, I think Auburn needs to go to KD Johnson in this overtime period. And I looked at him like, you got to be crazy. He's not good tonight, Sonny. And I'll be daggone if he wasn't right, because KD Johnson went off in overtime.
Wow.
It was the most amazing thing. I just looked at him and said, well, you knew what you were talking about.
Jeremy, you had
experience. There was no indication for me that KD Johnson was going to go off in the overtime period, but Sonny knew it.
Yeah, Jeremy had an experience with him. Talk about that.
Andy, when I was there in Montgomery, when Jim Fife passed away, Pat Dye, Sonny Smith, Carl Stegall, and I, officiated that funeral service there. And Sonny was just a gentleman under a very difficult time for the Auburn family, yeah. and as you describe him here, just eloquent every way as he eulogized Jim that day, which was just an honor to be part of that. Jim was such a great guy, as you know as well. So it was good to see him being honored there in Auburn.
Yeah, absolutely. He deserves every bit of it, too.
All right, I want to get into basketball. I'm just going to say it. We're not used to seeing Auburn lose 3 home basketball games. It's hard to go in there and win a ball game. To lose back-to-back home games, were they sleepwalking from the Bama loss? Or I know Vandy's good. We know that. But you've watched Auburn all these years. What do they need to do to get this thing going right? What are they doing wrong?
Consistency to me is the one thing, and that's not a magic button for me, or I don't think anyone. They can be very, very good in games, and then they can go through spells where they're not playing especially well. The game against Vanderbilt got off to a very good start, and didn't do it in typical Vanderbilt fashion, because they're as good a three-point. Well, in the last 2 games, Auburn has faced the best three-point shooting teams in the league, in Alabama and Vanderbilt. And against Alabama, the Crimson Tide was fabulous from the outside, and they scored 50-something in the second half against Auburn. They scored over 60 last night at Ole Miss, in a game that was a 2-point game at halftime and turned into a blowout.
Wow!
So that we know that Alabama team can go off on a team, and they did against Auburn. I mean, Auburn scores 92 points against Alabama and gets beat by 4. Mm-hmm. Against Vanderbilt took it to Auburn on the low post, and that surprised me a little bit because Auburn has been better than almost everybody in the league on the low post, other than perhaps Tennessee. And Vanderbilt was able to do that, and then got some key 3-pointers in the ball game. And Auburn had the lead by 1 in the first half against Vanderbilt, and it lasted 20 seconds. And then Vanderbilt went back up, and then Auburn was playing, from behind the rest of the ball game. Vanderbilt's a good ball club, and they've got an outstanding point guard in Tyler Tanner, and they beat Auburn. I mean, hats off to Vanderbilt. They played well. That's a good Vanderbilt team. But Auburn has to find a way to play better and play better from a defensive standpoint. And right now they're not playing their best defensively. And the schedule doesn't allow Auburn to go into games and not play well from a defensive standpoint. And now Auburn goes to a red-hot Arkansas ball club Saturday night. It is 8-3 in the SEC and a game out of first place in the Southeastern Conference. Another outstanding point guard in Darius Acup Jr. On the road. Auburn beat Arkansas handily at Auburn, so they're going to be ready for Auburn. It's going to be a very tough atmosphere. I mean, Bud Walton Arena seats over 19,000, and I think every seat will be filled. So Auburn's got to find a way on the road. Now, Auburn's done that with wins at Ole Miss and Florida, but Auburn's got to find that magic again. And of late, they've not had it. It's got to start at the defensive end because Arkansas is the best shooting team in the Southeastern Conference at over 50% from the field as a team. And also is very good at distributing the basketball. They're number 2 in the SEC in assists. So a very, very tall task indeed for Auburn to try and snap a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, you size it up well, Andy. Arkansas 8-3, 12-1 at home. You've obviously made the trip out there. What's it like, calling a game there in a venue that a lot of SEC fans maybe have not had the chance to travel to out there in Fayetteville?
Of the mega arenas in this league, this is the youngest one in Bud Walton Arena. The first, of course, was Rupp, and the second was Thompson-Boling. And these are the arenas that seat close to or over 20,000 in the SEC. Of those 3, though, Bud Walton Arena has a smaller arena feel to it. Rupp is massive. Mm-hmm. Thompson-Boling is massive. There'll be over 19,000 in the house at Bud Walton Arena, but the way it's configured is they're closer to the floor. It just feels like it's a smaller arena, and it's not.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, basketball is really important in the state of Arkansas, and especially at the University of Arkansas. The court is named after Nolan Richardson, who led Arkansas to a national championship. And it's a great atmosphere. If you ever get the chance to go, Jeremy, you should, because I love that arena. Yeah. And they will get after you. They will flat get after you there at Arkansas, and they will attempt to do that this Saturday night.
Well, and you got Auburn in the house, so there's no need for motivation there. I think
no, not at all.
And folks don't realize Arkansas is a small state. I mean, relatively speaking, to have that type of facility, it does speak to their love for basketball and the investment in the program.
Think about this, and their facilities are terrific. I mean, their baseball stadium, Charlie Baum Stadium, is as nice as you're going to find in the country. But they have Walmart, Hunt Trucking, and Tyson Foods, all within 20 miles of that Arkansas campus. And the athletic facilities on the Arkansas campus has all 3 of those names somewhere in some of those sports.
Right.
So they tap into those world headquarters there, and their facilities are top notch. And Bud Walton Arena is one of the very best.
It'll be a great Saturday night in Fayetteville.
Yes, it is. Great way to spend Valentine's night, right?
Andy, tell us one more time, what time is tip-off for the Auburn at Arkansas?
Yeah, tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 Central. There's no way in the world that game will start at 7:30 now, because there are other games leading in, and TV dictates exactly when the game starts. So right now the schedule is at 7:30. We're on the air at 7 o'clock regardless.
All right.
From Bud Walton Arena. So, yeah, at 7:30, it's probably going to be closer to 7:35 or 7:40 before that game tips off.
And you can listen to it right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the great Andy Bertram. Hey, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week. Good luck, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day.
Safe trip.
My pleasure, guys. Have a great day.
War Eagle. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. You want a great meal today? I do. Let's go to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. The key word there is Lynn Haven. Pat Purnell, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. His restaurant's second to none. You walk in there, it's like being back in the old days, that old TV show Cheers. It's like they know your name. They always got a smile on their face. Their employees never have a bad day. They are incredible, and so is the food. Now, once you get through eating at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, we could head on down, see Russ and Amber, and get some gifts for Valentine's Day.
And ladies, there's plenty of gifts there for men as well, not just gifts for the ladies, but and then let them educate you on how a diamond is manufactured. Very interesting conversation. They are very knowledgeable at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
And speaking of Valentine's Day, I tell you what, man, do what we're going to do. We're going to do it tonight. Come by and say hello to us. We'll be there about 5:30. We're not going to go to Pepper's over in Panama City. That one's great. No doubt about that, on 77 right across the street from the old mall. No, we're going to the brand. We finally got one. We finally got it on Panama City Beach. Panama City Beach Parkway, Pepper's Mexican Grill. Go check it out. You'll love it. Every Monday, all you military people, that's the only place you need to go. 10% discount off your off your bill on Monday for lunch and dinner. And then buy one, get one free. We're talking about house margaritas, draft beer. Go check it out. You'll love it. They've remodeled the inside. It is nice. Great place to have birthday parties. Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway. Dr. Ward, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. But you can listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here at ESPN Northwest Florida. He's not deadly. He's really lively.
Early detection is the key.
Everything's early detection. I slapped Glenn one day, felt something in his cheek, found out it was in his lung. It was in his lung. He slapped me back. He found out something was wrong, and I went to the doctor, got checked out yesterday.
They took that rattle out of there.
Yeah, he was good. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESP. We've got Jeremy Prison, the man, the myth, the legend, Glenn Manley, and, of course, Wildcat. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Bold predictions from CBS. I don't know about some of these. We'll ask these experts here what they believe. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
I absolutely think Seattle has what it takes to go back-to-back. They are going to have turnover at the offensive coordinator position with Clint Kubiak, but we have seen the emergence of Mike McDonald, a defense that is so nasty. We believe in Sam Darnold in a different way. So many great pieces on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and now they have that championship DNA.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
This Valentine's Day, give a gift that lasts forever. At Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, discover stunning diamond earrings, brilliant gold necklaces, and timeless pieces that celebrate your love. Right now, enjoy 30 to 60% off select jewelry. And with every jewelry purchase of $500 or more, you'll receive a dozen red roses. Visit Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters, at the corner of 15th Street and East Avenue in Panama City. Give a gift that speaks louder than words. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evening 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
She said that. And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. High today, 75 degrees. Beautiful skies, clear, no broken clouds. Then on Friday, 71. Valentine's Day, the high is 67 degrees, low 54. Then on Sunday, watch out. Somebody's going to get pounded. It's going to be a lot of rain. High, I think 67, 65, something like that. All right, let's get into it. This is CBS. I want to ask you guys about this. These are from some bold predictions, really way too early. But let's go over them anyway. I agree with this. No, I don't. Now, you go look at their schedule. It's probably one of the toughest schedules they've had in years. The powerful, the mighty Big Ten powerhouse, national powerhouse, Ohio State Buckeyes will lose 3 games. 3 games in 2026. Look at their schedule. It's tough, man. They got Texas. They got Indiana at home. They got Michigan at home. I think they also have. I think they have Oregon. I know they got Penn State. Their schedule's really tough this year. They got the best safety in the country, best defensive player in the country. They got the best offensive player in the country, maybe the best player in the country in Smith. Glenn, do they have 3 losses in them? They got a new offensive coordinator, which I think is good.
I could see 2 maybe. I'm not sure about 3.
I'm with you. I just don't. I think they're too talented to have 3 losses. I don't care who they play. I just 3 losses. I don't know. Jeremy, coach us up. Tell us what we're missing.
I don't think you're off base here. I mean, at Iowa, questionable. They're going to blitz Penn State. At Indiana, Oregon.
That's some, and then Michigan, and then
Ohio State,
Texas.
It's possible. It is possible. But the Oklahoma game would be the deciding factor.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Sorry.
Yeah, they beat that. They win Texas.
Yep.
They ain't gonna lose 3 games.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. Now they might go 12-3, like you said, lose 2, and then get in the playoffs and make a run and lose a game there. I can see that. So maybe they're all right. Maybe they do lose 3.
It's possible.
Yeah. All right. The Texas Longhorns quarterback Manning will break Colt McCoy's single-season passing TD records. In other words, they think he's improved quite a bit. He's the real deal. He's going to blow up all the records. And then Colt McCoy had a lot.
He did. I think it needs to be the surrounding cast. What does he have to throw to?
He got Cam Coleman. Right. He got the best. They got a loaded receiver room.
Right. But now can they protect him? But he's got. I'm really and truly, he does have the tools, and he didn't run around putting all this pressure on himself. It was because of his name he got the pressure. Right. So he is capable of running that offense for sure. So it's going to be close. I don't know. It just depends on who they play when he gets hot.
And they might run the ball more.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Glenn says no. What do you say?
It's a couple of factors here. One, are you going to sort of balance that out on the number of games McCoy had to play? Because it's kind of like how Barry Sanders racks up all these rushing yards. Well, he did it in much fewer games.
Right. That's a great point. They're going to play a lot more games.
They're going to play a lot more games.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side is the number of plays per game has gone down too, because every time Colt McCoy threw it and somebody stepped out of bounds, the clock stops, and those games can last 4.5 hours.
That's why we have you on this show. That's a great point. I didn't think about that.
So both of those things kind of they sort of offset. I just don't think he's going to do it. I don't.
He runs the ball too now. Like you said, and you might have a running back have a really good year. He might. I'm kind of with y'all guys. I don't know. I do
Is
think
he
he's
capable?
improved.
Sure, but
Yeah.
there's
And he's
too many
improved.
there's too many factors that you unknown.
Yeah, I think even the clock stoppage is the biggest thing because 40 seconds a pop.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this one. And this is hard to do this day of time. But I'm going to tell you now, I think they will. 17 starters back. Georgia will win the SEC third consecutive year. I say yes. I know Texas is going to be good. Watch out. LSU's going to have a brand new team. Who knows what Lane Kiffin's going to do year one.
There's something about a three-peat. It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
You know, the reason I think they might do it, just they were so young last year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 17 coming back.
So, you know, they win. I think they got a really good chance. I think it's like 70%. I think.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you. I think they're good. Ole Miss is going to be good again.
If they get to Atlanta, they've got a built-in home field advantage.
Yeah. And Florida Gators are going to be better. So their schedule's going to be tough. I think they're at Auburn. They're at Alabama. Now, the Ole Miss game, that's at Ole Miss, too. So I think their three toughest games are on the road. Mm-hmm. But I believe in Kirby Smart.
Auburn-Georgia game, the team that's the visitor seems to win more than the team that's home in that game.
Yeah. I'm not you guys.
I'll go this route. If Georgia plays somebody they have not played during the season, and they'll win the SEC 3 times. If they have to play in a rematch,
don't you think their schedule's a lot tough?
They'll lose.
I think their schedule's tough because I think Florida's going to be good this year.
But all of them.
Do they got A&M? I don't think they got
no A&M this year.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean they might not meet them.
They're at Texas, right? Aren't they at Texas?
No.
They don't have Texas?
So these are their conference games. At Arkansas, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, at Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Jacksonville, at Ole Miss, Missouri, South Carolina. I'd take that schedule.
They're back. They're going to win it. 3 in a row. Kirby Smart, the best.
You waved your wand.
The best of the best.
I mean, no LSU, no College Station, no Austin, no Knoxville. I mean.
All right. We've had the Big Ten, maybe the greatest conference in college football. Maybe. Some people say it's the strongest right now. They have won 3 straight national championships by 3 different teams. It's not Alabama or Ohio State just win it every year. Michigan, Ohio State, and now Penn State. CBS, they say 4 straight by the Big Ten. And you know who they say is going to get it done this year? Bold prediction. Who is it, Glenn? It's not Michigan.
It's got to be Indiana.
No.
Really?
Who is it?
Ohio State?
No. Oregon.
Ah.
They got 4 different teams in a row winning the national championship out of the Big Ten. Oregon, you look at their schedule, manageable. I don't think they're going to do it. They won't shock me now.
No, I think he's a good coach. He's got really a financial backing and got some good players. But, you know, it's kind of that Cristobal thing. Somewhere along the line, the one you're supposed to win,
you'll lose it.
Trips you up.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think? Do they win it? They won't.
No.
Now, see, I thought they'd have 3 different teams win a national championship, but I had Penn State win it. That's how bad off I was last year. All right, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, will lose in the quarterfinals. They will be the number 2 seed going in the playoffs.
It might very well be their first real test of the season.
First real game, besides Miami.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Florida State. They had those cupcakes after beating Alabama, and then you get hit in the mouth, and how do you respond? You might have something right there.
Particularly if you have to have a month layoff because you don't play the bye and you don't have a conference championship game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Glenn, you agree with that? Bold prediction, they're going to lose their first playoff game, really.
Yeah, I think they might. But
they got the easiest road to get in.
Let's just look at all those teams that have had the bye. The only one that's won so far is Indiana over Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody else has lost if they have that month-long layoff.
Older, more experienced teams, good character, great character. That's what wins championships.
So should they split the trophy in half and give part up to James Madison?
No. Don't do that. All right, number 6, and our way too early bold predictions. Bold, not bold. Texas A&M they will lose 3 games in November. I don't know about this. Texas A&M will lose 3 games in November.
It's not a bad...
And miss the playoffs.
Look, they call it battered Aggie syndrome for a reason. Texas A&M comes out of the gate here.
No. We got an Elko. We got Elko coaching there now.
Saturday, November 7th, at South Carolina. They'll be ready for them after that collapse. Saturday, November 14th, versus Tennessee.
That'd be tough.
Saturday, November 21st, at Oklahoma.
That'll be tough.
Friday, November 27th, Texas.
Ooh. So they're saying they're going to lose 3 of those games.
And don't forget, on the 24th, just before November, at Alabama.
That's in November also?
No, October 24th.
October.
Their last 5 are Bama, Carolina, Tennessee.
And that's Alabama's homecoming opponent?
Of course.
Well, the coaches didn't pick it, I can assure you.
I'm going to say right now, they're not going to lose 3 games in November. I think they got the quarterback back. I believe in their
So you're going to say they're going to win at least 2 against Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, or Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
And how many are they at home?
I think
2 on the road, 2 at home.
Carolina will probably be one of the wins.
Yeah, South Carolina, they beat.
That's the easiest of 4.
I'm thinking they're going to beat Tennessee.
Okay. And drop the last 2.
Yeah. What are you saying, real quick?
I think they can drop 3 of them. I really do.
Right, so you were CB. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like these.
Look, they've got Carolina the week after Alabama, and historically the teams that played Alabama the week after don't fare well either.
Good point. You're right.
Beaten up.
Go back, look at the history of that.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, let's take a break. Talk about some of our wonderful people. We love all of them. We love newbies. We love all 4 of them. Glenn's favorites over there, St. Andrews. Heck, he can walk home. Yeah. Then we got the newbies 2 on the curve. Go watch all sporting events. Head on down to Mothership. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment in Southeast. Love Charlotte. Beautiful lady. I tell you what, John McFay's, they're wonderful people. I love them. Good people. Let's make sure we go support them. They always give back to community in every different way you wouldn't believe how they do it. So let's go support them. And when you go, make sure you say, yeah, Coach told us to come at any 4 of the newbies. Also, don't forget about Stevenson Air Conditioning. I love Jason. Unbelievable. Locals taking care of locals. Nobody's more local than Jason. Also, Kyle Vandergrift. Listen to Kyle tomorrow. If you want something built, it doesn't have to be a roof. If you want anything built, this guy's getting contracts with the government. You name it, they can do it. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential, it doesn't matter. What's the name of the company? T.K. Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. Legendary family. That Vanderbilt family is incredible. And also, don't forget about our boy, Pat. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turpo Pest Control. Your yard will look like a golf course. Just give him a call. Trust him. He's incredible. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Prison, Glenn, and Wildcat. And they called him Wildcat. Play that banjo.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Coming up on the next Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, Alan Watson with Golf Plus at 4:20, the Atlanta Braves Tama blog at 4:20, and Bay High School baseball head coach, Coach Hudson at 5.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a light breeze out of the north-northwest, sunshine and 69. Clear skies tonight, colder at 52. Tomorrow, sunny and a high of 69. About the same at 68 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds most of the day aside from a very low chance of sprinkles in the evening. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
That boot store reminds you that it doesn't hurt to give something stylish and practical on Valentine's Day. Just think, fellas, what she's gonna look like in that special Western outfit. Wow. Ladies, he'll look sharp in those jeans and new hat, too. Okay, fellas, to be on the safe side and not be sleeping on the couch, that boot store suggests that you complement that Western outfit with some lovely flowers, candy, or romantic art. Maybe all three. Just a suggestion from that boot store. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Yeah, I told you about the bowl games. Everybody dropping bowl games left and right.
I'm going to the Cheerios Bowl.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Can you imagine get the Mayo Bowl, getting that dumped on top of you?
What were you telling me about off the air? Something you want to bring up?
No, we were just looking at some of the local stuff going on with, softball's getting underway and baseball's underway.
I'm glad baseball's back, man.
You've got only one area team still alive in basketball in the county. Mosley's girls
boys and girls. Yeah.
And boys both head to Ponte Vedra. I think the girls play tomorrow night over there.
Yeah, the girls are Friday and the boys are Saturday.
And
I don't know if you... I don't think we asked you this, and because we just did this. But I think maybe you had a say in this, but I'm not sure. The number one new head coaches, who's in a position to have the most success year one? I'm saying watch out for Florida. I think they're going to be good. Let me go over them with you. You got Lane Kiffin at LSU.
Okay.
You got this is the SEC ones. Arkansas,
SEC,
Kentucky. Right. We'll just focus on that. Arkansas, Kentucky, Auburn, Florida, LSU, Ole Miss. Even though Golding's already coached in some of these games, what do you think? Who do you think? Is it going to be Lane Kiffin with all the Cinderella? I mean, he brought in some great players.
Nope.
Who's it going to be?
You're going to look 150 miles across the state of Alabama from Tuscaloosa to the east. It's going to be
Auburn.
Galesh. Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you. I like the quarterback.
I like him.
He's really good.
He got on my radar when we
He did the James Madison trick, bring all of his players like Indiana did. You might be right there. A lot of people think it's going to be LSU.
As an Alabama fan, I did not like that hire.
Which one, Auburn or LSU?
Auburn one.
Yeah. Glenn, what do you think, man?
Gee whiz. I'm going to go with Auburn, too, also. I think that's going to be the positive thing for them. Now we got to get the Yellowwood and the rest of them quit arguing about who should be the coach. But, I think that's going to be the hit. I'm hoping the guy from Kentucky does well, too, because, of that. And then Arkansas. I'm not so sure I'm pushing the LSU. I just don't like the way it was done. Of course, they didn't ask me, but and the other thing too is, is he waiting for if the Alabama job comes up? Is he waiting to jump ship again? I mean, that's the thing I don't know about with LSU.
I know he wanted that job. I don't know if you leave LSU now to go. And would you? Would you think he'd do it?
No.
I don't know. As long as Nick's got to say so, I don't know if Nick would do it or not. Honestly, that's just me. I don't know. All right, you look at what they brought in. The number one positions brought into each school. The quarterback position, as far as transfer players, go to Lane Kiffin and LSU. And they kind of listen to this to give you an idea who's going to be pretty good next year. Running back room, they say Oklahoma State brought in the best running back. I don't know about that. I think Texas did. That's just me. Receivers, Texas, they got Coleman. He was the number one guy out there. Tight ends, it was a tie between Virginia Tech and Penn State. I don't even know who they are. Offensive linemen of all places, Kentucky. Wow, that's interesting. Offensive tackle. They said LSU and South Carolina. Defensive line, they said it was Ohio State, Texas Tech. Edge, the rushers, the guys that make the big money in the NFL, LSU. So LSU, you see 3 right there on LSU have all these positions. Linebacker, I guess inside linebacker, Texas, BYU. Cornerbacks, Texas A&M, USC. Safeties, Oregon. So LSU made the list in 3 positions more than any other school. He worked his magic. He's brought them in. But can you pull a team together that quickly? This plays all these different places coming together and gel as a team in a few months. I don't know. Indiana brought a lot of players in from one school, James Madison.
But how did it to me, it depends on how they receive the coach. I know if he brings some people in, they already know him. But if there's the people that are already there, and I think maybe Auburn probably did a smart job to keep their defensive coordinator because the kids really liked him while he was running the interim coach. So that's a good deal, I think.
I think if anybody could do it, Lane can do it. He's got a personality. The kids seem to like him. He's got some magic to him. I got to give the guy credit. The teams with the highest winning percentage each decade, this is incredible, the number 1 team so far. Now, of course, we got some games to be played in the 2020s. 1970s, the teams that are unbelievable winning percentage, it was a tie between Alabama and Oklahoma. Alabama had the most wins in that decade, but as far as winning percentage, both of them were like 87.7. You win 87% of your games, that's unbelievable. In 10 years, that's unbelievable. 1980s, Nebraska, those great teams they had in the 80s, they won 83.7% of their games, okay? Remember this high-end number. Listen to this. In the 1990s, Bobby Bowden won 89% of his games. In 10 years, that doesn't happen. No. That's crazy. 2000s, who dominated 2000s? You're going to be surprised. It wasn't a big name. They got blue carpet. Boise State.
I'd have been here all week trying to figure that out.
Boise State, 86.8% of the games they won. Where did they bring their coach from Auburn from? Boise State at one time. All right, in the 2010s, what team dominated?
The 10s, would that be Alabama?
Yes, it would. Roll Tide.
I thought you were asking a trick question.
Well, go back to Alabama.
Had to think about who's asking the question.
Bear Bryant in 1970s won an incredible 87.7% of his games. So did Oklahoma. And then you go to the 90s. Bobby Bowden knocks out of the ballpark, 89. 2010s, Alabama Nick Saban, 89.2. He beat out Bobby Bowden. Now, the 20s are not over. This is going to change. But if it ended today, Georgia Bulldogs and Kirby Smart, 92.6% chance, of winning their game. 92%. No one has ever done anything like that or near it. Now, again, we got a long way to go. I don't think it'll stay there. The SEC going to 9 games and everything else, I don't see it. I don't see that. I think it'll draw. It might hit the 90s. 90, but I don't think it's going to be 92.6. No. But I thought that was kind of interesting.
It is. Well, over the years, the kind of long patterns.
Well, we got to live in the past because I don't know about Alabama football going forward. So.
But look, everybody's going to face that.
Especially with the NIL and all.
With NIL, with non-conference games, get accustomed to more losing.
Yeah,
I hear you. All right, we got about 1 minute. Jeremy, talk about your church, please.
Come join us Sunday morning, First United Methodist Church, Panama City, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. So.
You might see the legendary Tommy Santamont in that church.
Yep.
Glenn Manley, Creature Comforts, how's that business going? I know you're doing really well. How'd they get up with you? Wildcat, what about you? What you got planned for tonight, man?
Well, nothing tonight, but make sure you listen to the Coach James Hale show tomorrow because we're going to help you out with Valentine's Day. We are going to give away a gift packet, if you will. I'm not going to tell them what. They're going to have to listen tomorrow, and we'll give you all the details on how you can win.
Hey, you're going to be happy tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Jason Kovaleski's bringing some special special guest at 8:30.
Here we go.
We got to keep you back in that room.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors. And guess what? Right here in beautiful Panama City Beach, the high today is 75 degrees, clear skies, not broken. Leave it right here all day long. You listen to the legendary 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer, punch it in. College basketball is back.